Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your May 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, welcome. I'm getting a very powerful energy for you this month around allowing yourself to have the second chance that you truly deserve. So some of you may have been suffering from imposter syndrome, perfectionism. You may have been dealing with some self-worth issues. Possibly, yeah, look at that. Rejection, missed opportunities. But I feel like the opportunity is here for you because you're going to be celebrating moving past something that had challenged your heart, challenged your emotions. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. There are new commitments coming in for you, but I'm also getting here a rewiring of the old. And whatever the old was that was holding you hostage, holding you back, that is something that you are writing. It's like rewriting over the past. It doesn't mean that the past didn't happen, right? It doesn't mean that it wasn't significant, but it means that you're not letting the past define you in a negative way. So sometimes this Hierophant here can be social conditioning, it can be marriage, it can be institutions, church, religion, right? The Hierophant is an energy of divine guidance in some way, shape, or form as well. And I feel like you've learned a lot from going through what you've gone through, but you're taking a look at your beliefs and your morals, and you're saying, do they line up with what I believe for myself, or have I been listening to everything or everyone else, right? What I was taught. And I feel like that's what you're breaking free from. That's what you are rewriting over. So it's not that you're invalidating what you've learned, but you're taking what you've learned and you are introducing it in a new way than you have before. Your overall energy for the month of May is the Ace of Pentacles. This is you seeing your growth. This is a gift for you here. This could be the beginning of your career, your health, a relationship. This can be home, inheritance. I feel like you're seeing that the seeds that you've planted some time ago are growing in a new way for you. Taurus, I'm also getting the name here, Phyllis, Phillips. Perhaps that's a last name or someone's place of origin. Please take it as it resonates. But I feel like you are ready to expand. And you don't see how strong the roots or the foundation is below the surface, because we can't really see below the surface, right? But you have to trust. That's where that intuition comes in. That's where, you being on the spiritual path comes in handy, right? Because you're able to trust that there's some really amazing things brewing for you. And you have choice, you have option, you have the Seven of Cups. This is your greatest strength in the month of May. To allow your daydreams to expand and to ground them into reality. Taurus, you are a very grounded, earthy energy, and whatever you've been dreaming of, this is time for you to count your lucky stars, right? Make a wish. You see that she has her magic wand there set on a specific star. So whatever dream you have, you're going to start to see this growing and manifesting, and I'm hearing multiplying as well. But Spirit wants you to know that, your greatest strength is to not give up on what your heart truly wants, because sometimes the sevens can represent inner awareness, taking a look at our deep-seated emotions and intuition here and saying, what do I want? Maybe it's time to finally go for this. Maybe I can open up to receive the abundance that I deserve, that I want. And so I feel like you are mulling over some options, some choices. You may feel a little bit indecisive, but this is the month where I feel like you choose. You make a choice based on the heart here, and you're going to see a lot of happiness and a lot of success. What you're choosing is your 10 of Cups, because we see that showing up here as your message from your guides. And I feel like that's the direction you are wanting to go. But the question is, how do I get there? What next move do I need to take to reach my emotional happiness, to feel complete, to feel whole, to feel successful in love, in matters of home, in health, right? Feeling that spiritual completion is what I'm getting. And you have this judgment call. This is your fullest potential to make a choice, to let go of regrets, to release a karmic path or cycle, to heal wounds, to embrace change and not judge yourself for where you've been or what you've done or how long you've stayed or the challenges, right? And that may have been very difficult for you to do, is to let go of some energies here of the past. Now you have an option to reignite something that you thought was dead, right? To rise from the grave, so to speak, with the judgment, or you have the opportunity to begin a brand new cycle. And this is about changing your life for the better. So whatever path you take, the energy frequency is not that of the past, right? Because you've learned valuable lessons. There's a new beginning here, and it did require an ending to occur for you. It requires you to let go. There's redemption here. You've redeemed yourself in ways that are unfathomable. This is a really powerful energy. Someone else may have redeemed themselves. You may be giving someone a second chance, but most importantly, you're giving yourself a second chance for happiness. But had you broken out of a mold, this is your action step here, is to break free from stagnancy, from pressure, from defensiveness. Some of you had a guard up around your heart. Your heart was on lockdown. There may have been domestic violence. There may have been abuse. There could have been heartbreak. But there was certainly a lot of growth. There may have been death. I'm just looking at everything etched into his body there. And you see the word love right over his, right heart chakra center here. So some of you, you've been to war. You see at the bottom there is fighting. There's conflict. You see the anchor on his arm. So he's felt stuck. He's felt anchored to a situation where he wasn't able to move. Some of you may even have military. Your great-grandfather may have been in a very powerful war. You may be dreaming about war, I'm getting, or challenge or heartbreak. Some of you may have suffered from post-traumatic stress, maybe not from war, could be something else, but you're breaking free from some sort of bondage. And we'll clarify these as well. But this has been difficult. This has been ongoing. It's also been part of a karmic experience that you are meant to be a part of, because your soul is strong and you are here to grow and to evolve. Yeah. I also feel like this goes back. Okay. I'm also getting Germany. I mean, this guy looks a little German, does he not? So some of you may have German in your background, or Germany could be significant. I'm getting here maybe even Netherlands, Belgium. When the Seven of Wands shows up as your action, this is all about you standing up for your beliefs and your morals, which we talked about with that Hierophant energy. This is about you protecting your integrity, going the distance and non-conforming. And I feel like some of you, it's breaking the rules, but in a healthy, rebellious way that works for you. Not everyone may choose that path, because you also know what it's like to be on that path because you were on it, right? The path of least resistance, the path of I'm going to go with the crowd. That's what everyone's doing. Or I'm just going to stay stuck in this energy because it's safe, right? It may not really be safe, but our mind tricks us and tells us that if we stay, it's going to get safe, right? You're breaking out of the mold, and you're doing this for you. This is part of your path. So your guides are very proud of you, saying you have what it takes. This guy's bending those iron bars with his bare hands. So there's a sense of determination, motivation, and dedication. Did I say that already? That you are bringing to the table here. You will not give up. You are not a quitter, Taurus. And you know what you want. You know what you stand for. Your message from your guides is you are achieving. You are on your way, well on your way towards this 10 of Cups. Now, this is a message from your guides. So I don't see that it's happening instantly, right? I mean, it could be for some of you. But this is a feeling of life is good. I am emotionally satisfied. The 10 of Cups is the dream, right? The happy family, the fairy tale. It is good fortune, family vacations, feeling content, feeling safe. It is the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming together to create a sense of wholeness here. In family, in love, in soul tribe, in friendships. This could be in partnerships in your career. This is reaching that peak. And you see the rainbow. But the rainbow doesn't come until, the storm has washed everything out. And I feel like you've gone through a lot of stormy waters. And Spirit wants you to know that there is a pot of gold right at the end of this rainbow. That you will reach this level of emotional fulfillment and happiness. Now, what are you celebrating here? What's the outcome? 4 of Cups in reverse says you're celebrating a new opportunity here. You feel like you've missed out in an area of your life, or something may not have turned out the way that you thought it would. Some of you, I'm getting FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah, fear of missing out on love. I'm never going to have love. I'm going to be single. Or I didn't get that job, therefore I don't have any other dream jobs out there, or this person rejected me or abandoned me. Everybody's gonna. So I feel like there is some fear. What do I always say about fear, Taurus? False evidence appearing real. That's just our mind playing an illusionary trick on us. It doesn't mean that it actually exists, right? This is about you changing your mindset. And again, rewiring, reprogramming. That's what we were talking about with this Hierophant. So what you're celebrating, this is in the celebratory position here, is a brand new opportunity for you to say, wow, I understand why something didn't work out. I understand why my path may have been a little more difficult, because now I am even more grateful and blessed that I have this opportunity right in front of me. And that's what this Ace of Pentacles is. That's the opportunity. That's your overall energy. That's what you'll be celebrating. You're celebrating yourself. You're redeeming yourself, or there is some sort of redemption being made here in the month of May. So let's clarify some of these energies for you. Spirit, what's this Ace of Pentacles showing up? What's this gift for Taurus in the month of May? What's the gift? The Magician. Whatever you're working on manifesting, you have the tools. You have all of the resources. Look at this Magician there. He has his sword, his chalice, his cup. He has his pentacle, and he has his wand. He has all of the tools he needs to take action towards his dreams. You are the manifester, right? This is a powerful energy of you having skills and talents and using your personal power for the right things. And I feel like a lot of you weren't quite sure at one point in your life how to tap into your power, or maybe you didn't quite know how to use it to its fullest potential. But this is something you've been working on for years and years, Spirit is telling me here. And you see that he has his hands up. I'm almost getting it as above, so below type of energy. And you're making magic happen here. You see all of the beautiful roses above him. And I feel like you've cut yourself on a lot of those thorns to reach some sort of sweetness, some sort of, powerful results. And you are in the midst of creating something magical, something beautiful in your world. Let's take a look at your greatest strength with the 7 of Cups. I feel like this is also backing up your action with emotion, with belief. Seven of Cups, can we clarify, please? What's the Seven of Cups as Taurus's greatest strength? You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Your wounds, Taurus, are your greatest strength. Because we have a choice in life. We always have a choice in life. And you have the choice to become bitter, or you have a choice to become better. It's up to you. And I feel like in the past, you may have been bitter with that Four of Cups, right? I mean, we've all been there. We've all been bitter. We've all been salty. There's not one person on this earth that can say, oh, nope, not me, right? Because we've all gone through a Nine of Wands, a wounded warrior, right? We've gone through needing to persist, needing to gather that spiritual strength, that courage, that motivation. And Spirit is saying, don't give up. This is, in fact, your greatest strength is what you've gone through, because it's made you who you are today. And the Nine of Wands here is saying you've came to a powerful pivotal point in your life, and this is a completion. This is a choice moment for you to become bitter or better. And you're choosing the latter. You're choosing to allow yourself to have this second chance, and maybe even give someone else a second chance if that's what you want. Your fullest potential here is the Judgment. Let's clarify. Spirit, what do we have for the Judgment showing up? Can we clarify the Judgment as Taurus's? Wow, look at that. Six of Wands. Beautiful. The Six of Wands is the card of celebration. It's the card of happiness and helping others. It's achievement, fame, victory, public recognition as well, because you have been overlooked. You've been shamed. You've been humiliated. You felt like a failure, right? That's what the wounded warrior has gone through. But because you didn't give up on yourself, you didn't give up on your dreams, you didn't give up on your heart, you didn't give up on this life that is so precious that you chose to be a part of at a very important time in history. You're being rewarded for it here. Six of Wands, you can see the people in the background. They barely look there. So some of you, this is beyond the grave, right? This is beyond. And the Judgment, sometimes you'll see in the traditional Rider's Waite that there are a bunch of caskets or a bunch of graves, right? A reawakening of the dead. And I feel for some of you, this is ancestral cheerleaders. This is spiritual guides cheering you. It's people that you cannot even see, Taurus, are cheering you and cheering for you, and they want the best, and you've become a better version of yourself. And so there is this release happening, a major release of letting go of the regrets and the challenges or the negativity, even the wounded self and the parts of you that may have even wounded others along the way. You're forgiving yourself and you're saying, I am a soul having a human experience. And yes, I've done wrong. Yes, I've hurt others. Yes, I've been hurt. Yes, I could have done things differently, but I'm not looking back on regrets, because I can change what I can change, and that is my choice and my moment right here and right now. I can choose, and that's what you are doing, rewriting the future or the past even, right? You're looking at it from a perspective that is way different than it was in the past. Wow, you're looking at it way differently than maybe you even did yesterday, right? You're looking at these as opportunities for growth, not that you've had these big losses and failures and you're going to go eat worms, right? This is a powerful, powerful energy of harmony and loyalty to self and responsibility. And I feel like other people, and look at that, she's actually handing out a rose, or it looks like a carnation, but I feel like what you're manifesting is a lot of abundance, and not only abundance for yourself, but where you are abundant to others. You're helping others in big ways. If this is career for you, you're going to be able to have more than enough, not only for yourself, but to share with others. If this is love, I feel like you are expanding. You're meeting love on all levels. It's not just romantic. It's friendships, it's pets, it's family, it's, soul tribe. I feel like there's second chances here for you to remember that you're not alone. Beautiful energy here. All right, action steps, 7 of Wands, breaking the mold, breaking out of something, non-conforming. This is my Rebel with a Cause card. Let's clarify. 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands. Breaking the mold. Taurus, that is you. Oh, wow. Look at that. You have the Sun. The action is to raise your vibration, to break out of this Leo energy here. This is success, good health. This is healthy ego. Yes, healthy ego. That is the key here, because every one of us have ego. It's just part of the human experience, right? We can have altered ego. We can have wounded ego. We could have a lot of different energies that affect us, right? Overconfident, underconfident, but it's about healthy. What works for you? How do you shine your light? Because what some people may call overconfident or arrogant may not necessarily be true for another, right? This is about you raising your vibration and holding that sun in your hands, realizing that there's light and abundance within you and you are casting it out, right? You're casting it out. And I feel like the sun is saying, stay in the energy of healthy ego and know what you are worthy of and go for it. Don't let anyone else dim your light. This is beautiful energy. Yeah, break out of the shadows, because the sun, it shines so bright where there isn't necessarily the shadow. And you've sat in that shadow phase for a while, Taurus. And stay in the energy of health, vitality. Get some sunshine, get some vitamin D, maybe travel if you can, get outside. Some of you, I'm getting something with dandelion, maybe dandelion tea. Sunflower seeds, possibly. I'm getting vitality is coming in. So action steps, taking care of your health, taking care of your body, being around people who support you, who uplift you, who believe in you. Beautiful. All right. Message from your guides is the 10 of Cups knocking on your door here, or it is something you're working towards or you will fulfill in this lifetime. Spirit, please clarify the 10 of Cups here. 10 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Hello, love. Are some of you Taurians out there manifesting a soulmate? You certainly could be. This could be your forever. Ace of Cups is beautiful. This can also be an opening of the heart chakra and feeling such intensity of the feeling of love, right? Or feeling the presence of it. I thought I read sometimes somewhere that love is a verb. It's an action. So this can also be actioning your world around what would love do, right? Ace of Cups, a new love connection, a gift of love, an overflowing of emotions. It's relationships, inspiration. It is a soul-quenching renewal that leads you towards the 10 of Cups. It's long-term. It's beginning to end. It's beautiful. And this is your rainbow. Look at that. There's even 2 peaceful doves flying in the background there. And I feel like you've grown. Look at that. This is beautiful. You see that the chalice or the cup there is overflowing, and the energy that's spilling out from the cup has actually landed on the ground, and you see that there is growth right there. There's growth from what has spilled over. So not only are you seeing something growing, but it's so much bigger than just you, right? And I don't say that in a, it's not a selfish type of energy, but it's a I am one, right? It is a connection with the divine. It is understanding and realizing, Taurus, that you are so much more than your body, your beliefs, your conditioning, your, it's expansion, right? It is, like I said, a soul renewal. Beautiful. All right, let's take a look at your celebratory outcome. New opportunities, 4 of Cups. What do we need to know? And we've been talking about the rainbow. We've been talking about the storm. And yes, you've gone through some shifts, right? What the shift? You've been going through it. 4 of Cups. You're celebrating a new opportunity here. Let's clarify 4 of Cups. Clarify, please. Oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. 10 of Cups again. 10 of Cups again. That's the message from your guides, right? Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. There's the rainbow. We're talking about the storm. The 10 of Cups, you see that all the family is together. They're having a picnic by the water. This is emotional fulfillment. The cat's had its share. It's resting there. All 10 cups are right there on the blanket. The blanket represents safety and security. You feel like you are in love. You feel the energy here of happiness and joy and stability and plentifulness. And for those of you who have not felt that for quite some time, you felt secluded, you felt alienated, you felt ostracized, you were cast aside in some way, abandoned, rejected. Whatever you've gone through in the past, that doesn't have to be your future. And I see here that there is a completion up ahead for you. And we also have the umbrella. You've been supported. You've been protected. The divine never left you, right? Your angels, your guides, they never left you. And that may have been how you've strengthened your connection to your higher self, to your higher power. And I feel like you are reaping great rewards this time around. This is wonderful energy here. All right, clarify, please, the Hierophant, bottom of the deck, subconsciously. We did spend a great deal on the beliefs, but let's take a look and see if there's some major core beliefs that you're shaking up at this time, what they may be, if you're still stuck in any. King of Wands, ooh, this is expansion, it's growth, it's travel. King of Wands takes charge of his destiny. You are a take charge person here, Taurus. This is someone who's very active, very passionate, very goal-oriented, very driven. He can be the entrepreneur of all the kings. He can be someone who's a businessman or a leader, even if he doesn't have his own, business. He is someone that other people look up to, right? He is someone who inspires others to live their best lives. He's very adventurous. He's warm. He could be a spiritual influencer as well. And I feel like you are a success in the eyes of many. Make sure you are trusting and knowing that you are a success in your own eyes. There could be travel involved here. Some of you are committing to this path of creating a powerful new destiny for yourself, which may even involve a move. It could involve travel. It could be starting up a business or expanding a business. It may have to do with being an influencer of some way, shape, or form. It could even be sharing your own story, Taurus. Story of your hardships, a story of what you've gone through, maybe even writing a book. You can see here in the Hierophant that it almost looks like little Alice up there in Wonderland is, with that owl. There's clarity here. There is guidance. There's the moon in the background. So something is being illuminated to you on your path. And I also feel some of you, part of the limiting belief may have been around control. Okay, didn't we start your reading off with control, perfectionism, and imposter syndrome? That could be a withstanding belief that maybe you've suffered from, because the King of Wands sometimes can be very inflexible. They may not even be aware of destiny. They may be very detached or bossy or needing to control everything to a T, where it's challenging at times. Let's get one more for the Hierophant, please. Spirit, can we get one more for Taurus? Oh, okay. That one kind of just, it's almost like it hand flipped here. 9 of Swords. Okay, 9 of Swords here is anxiety. Some of you have suffered from anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, tossing, turning, nightmares, right? We talked about that as well, but it's showing up in reverse, which I like to see because it means that there's a new day instead of suffering, right? We have that choice. Now, I always say as well, pain is inevitable. It's part of the human experience, but suffering is a choice. We can choose to become bitter or better. And even though you may have stayed bitter for a bit, or you may have gone through some hard knocks that life delivered here, I feel like there's a new day. And look at that. There's a little bird on the windowsill, and that sky is illuminating with that bright morning sun. And we see the sun showing up. You're breaking out of this. Some of you may have even suffered from some sort of sleep apnea or I'm getting restless leg syndrome as well. Some of you may have had some health issues that affected your rest, your sleep. Some of you, it's obsessive thoughts, self-pity, despair, insomnia, depression. Yeah. And that may have been a long cycle for some of you mentally, because the Swords is mental, and it may have blocked you from expansion. It may have really blocked you from this King of Wands in its highest potential. Everything that we talked about that the King of Wands represents. You know, I like the King of Wands because he can be very adaptable. I call him my lizard king sometimes. You'll see a lizard in the background because it's almost as if, you know, lizards are in desert, right? So even when things feel very stuck, very overwhelming, and you're searching for that water in the desert, right? The lizard knows how to go below the surface and seek out protection, seek out security. And I feel like you've had to kind of go below, maybe do this deep shadow work, and you're coming out of that hiding, so to speak. But you had to go through that. That was necessary to let the sandstorm come in, and so that heat wouldn't scorch you, wouldn't burn you. And that's why we see you breaking out. We literally see the heat, right, with the sun. Because some of you may have even had an ego that may have been sky high, or it may have you may have had an ego death of some sort, where you're being reborn in a way that feels a lot healthier, more like you is what I'm picking up on. More like you, the soul you. More playful, more abundant, more happy. Last but not least, Taurus, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have, please, for Taurus? Final message from Spirit. We have chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict showing up here. So it's card 33. Some of you may be 33 years old. Some of you may have a life path number of 6, or you may be in a personal year 6. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, I kept getting 6 energy for you prior as well. 666 could be significant. Maybe that's someone's address or someone's favorite number. This is possibly tension of opposites, right? It's the value of chaos before order. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well. As you become unmoored by it, scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. We've already talked about all that. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at a cross purpose with someone else, or facing a storm you feel you can't control. There's that control word again. Yet every storm passes and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than just one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood, because this can also be a sense of stubbornness as well. And it actually is showing up in the reverse. So I am going to read the reversal. Some of you may feel, because you are making and taking a second chance and you are manifesting a new beginning, that could upset some people, because some people want you to stay in your comfort zone because it's comfortable for them. I remember a couple years ago when I quit drinking, I ended up coming up against a lot of resistance from people who were family, people who were friends, or people who liked when I would drink with them. And when I quit drinking, it was challenging for them because then they had to look at themselves, or they didn't have someone to drink with. And it did cause a little bit of resistance. So I feel for some of you, if you are choosing the path less traveled, that could upset some people. So just keep that in mind, but it's not their choice, it's yours. And I feel like you are doing what you need to do for you. And it says this is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in the seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order, a complete resorting of elements. This is powerful. If your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there's that magician, right? Using the power for the good. There is positive news. The timing is perfect. If things are already stirred up, don't be afraid to jump in the mix. You'll discover everything you need to know about how the situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of chaos. This moment is valuable, Taurus. Don't waste it. I love that for you. So it is about jumping in. And I think that because we literally just talked about going below the surface, I don't feel like this is your time to hide. I really don't. I feel like this is your time to be a rebel with a cause and stand up for what you believe and to move forward, even if it stirs the pot, because you believe in yourself and your dreams, and the judgment is saying the time is now, right? That's your fullest potential. So I feel like the reversal may hit home more for you. But I'm proud of you. Your guides are. I'm cheering you on. You have a lot of, success here. You have a lot of abundance awaiting. And you're handing out these roses. The universe is handing out these roses to you as well because you've earned them. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to hit that subscribe and notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.